to my cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds and sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the channel and welcome to live stream number 91. I don't even know if this is coming through yet. Hey, welcome back there to the channel and welcome to live stream. It's working. All right. Well, you know what happened here's what happened. I was all set to go and I started playing that intro music and there was nothing coming through the speakers here on the computer. And then I went to my backup computer, which is over here, and I usually monitor the sound with that one. And that thing had shut down on me, so I went to boot it up, and it's got this blue screen right now. That's a Windows machine. Oh, now it's black. All right, well, anyway, I quickly dialed it up on my phone, and I could hear myself. So I don't know why nothing's. I think I know why nothing's playing through my my speakers on my laptop is because I plugged in this microphone, this DJI mic, and I plugged it directly into the computer. I'm using that here. It should be coming through here. And I thought that'd be kind of different to do that. But it might be affecting the output of the speakers. At any rate, do you care about all that technical stuff? Probably not. Probably not. So let's go back and say welcome to live stream number 91, November 7th, 2022. Well, about tonight's show, you might be asking, what's tonight all about? Well, if you read the description, I had work today. I had to leave the house early today. I mean, early for me is like 6:30 or so. That's pretty early for me. Had to drive a couple hours to work and got home about 6:30, a little bit before 6:30, and had not put this live stream together yet. I hadn't scheduled it. So I was kind of throwing that together. And I thought, what am I going to talk about? A couple people called me on my way home. What are you going to talk about tonight? I said, well, I really don't know. I thought we'd just kind of free roll tonight and talk about anything we want, read the comments. I was watching live stream Sunday afternoon with another YouTube live stream, and I really thought, well, you know what? Sometimes it's nice just to sit and chat. So that's kind of what I thought we would do. But I do want to say welcome. And if it's your first time here in the live stream, please say hi in the comments and certainly give the live stream a thumbs up. But also when you say hi in the comments, let us know where you found the live stream. Was it on Facebook? Was it on YouTube? On Instagram or TikTok? You wouldn't find it on Instagram or TikTok, but maybe you found the channel through there. That could be. Let me check out some comments here real quick just to make sure that I am, in fact, not talking just to myself. Looks good. I do want to say welcome to Chris from the Watershed Overlook because Chris was first one here tonight. First one here. So congratulations, Chris. Yes, it is a show about nothing because I've got nothing super prepared. I found a guest today when I was listening to the radio, and I thought, I'm going to reach out to this person and see, or this company, and see if they want to join me. So that'll be fun if that comes together. I'm always listening in for something that might be interesting to share with the viewers of the channel here. And, you know, we had John Furness, the Blind Woodsman, on. We've had companies like Kenny from Saw Hall and Kenny from Bolt on Hooks. How about that? Two Kennys. By the way, congratulations to Kenny from Saw Hall. I don't know if you follow them on Facebook. I think they may have, I don't know if they announced it on YouTube, but remember when Kenny was here talking about the Saw Hall, they were getting ready to present to Lowe's, to do a pitch to Lowe's. Well, it turns out they got a purchase order from Lowe's. So you're going to be hopefully seeing Saw Hall products in your local Lowe's. That's a big deal, and that's really exciting. So again, congratulations to Kenny and the whole team over there at Saw Hall. You saw him here first. Yeah, so how's it sound tonight? Do you like this mic? Is this working? I can't really tell if it's even coming through this mic or the mic on the computer because I don't have any way to test this. Why is this thing? Look at this. Look at this. Blue screen. Just blue. and this is a pretty good computer. I'm not like a Mac snob, because this is I'm using I always edit with my personal computer is a MacBook Pro, and I do all my video editing on Apple products since like 1998. So very happy with that. My work computer is a Windows machine, and that's provided by work, and I like that too. Never had a problem with it. But why is it stuck on blue? I don't know. I'm going to hold that power button in and see, because I don't like not having some sort of reference here. But it looks like I don't. So I'm going to count on you to respond to me tonight. If you're joining us, though, for the first time, what we do is we talk about tractors and gardening and projects, DIY projects, life in the country, outdoor life. A lot of you guys who have wood stoves and fireplaces are starting the firewood season, although it was like 77 degrees here yesterday and probably about the same today. So I love these little days where summer kind of sneaks an extra. What do they call that? Indian summer. I don't know if they still call it Indian summer, but that's what they called it when we were kids, when it would get cool and then hot again. I don't even know what that means. Is that derogatory? Where does that come from? I should look that up. I shouldn't keep saying it until I know what it means. But that's what we called it. Later on, we will be doing a sticker giveaway, so you'll want to be here for that, because that's always fun, don't you think? And in the comments, if you have a question tonight, just type the word question followed by your question, and I'll hopefully answer your question. That's how that works. So let's see who else is here tonight. There's David from RCAF Polar Express. Good to see you. And our friend Ross on the land. Yeah, Ross, sorry, you've been looking for the live post all afternoon, and I didn't share it until like, what was it, 6:30 or so. I was actually getting messages. Are you going live tonight? So thanks for waiting for me. But I guess I'm not sure if it's better to schedule the live stream sooner or closer to the live stream. Like, I don't know when you get the notification about the live stream. Like, I could have scheduled this yesterday. I could schedule it a week in advance, but I don't know what how the notifications work for that. So I tend to not schedule the live stream until that day, maybe 3, 4 in the afternoon, hoping that you get the notification, the reminder to go on. But you don't need reminders, because you come back every week, and you could remind me to be here. And I just appreciate it so much that you come back. Can I be honest with you right now? I feel kind of funny without my microphone in front of me. It's kind of interesting. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. Sort of like when you wear your seatbelt in your car, and you wear your seatbelt for 30 years, and then if you were to drive without your seatbelt, you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have my seatbelt on. It just feels funny. And that microphone is like maybe it's like a little, I don't know. What do you call it? I can't think of the word. Security. It's like a little security thing to have that microphone right there. Now I'm so exposed. All right, let's do a test. You tell me if this mic is working. Ready? I'm going to tap it, and then you tell me if it's working. That'll tell you. All right. So many comments here that I am not meeting my obligation here to read your comments. Luckily, they are comments not necessarily intended for me, so I can look through. That's interesting, B. Hall. You retorqued your loader mounts the past weekend, found one hitting the oil pan. Of all the times on the tractor, I never noticed it. Well, yeah, why would you notice that, right? So that is interesting. Boy, that in time, I guess that would have worn through and could have poked a hole in your oil pan. So that's interesting. Looking through. There's Bob Purrs. Good to see you, Bob. Thanks for being here tonight. And John is here from A Ritter Bit Will Do. Nice to see you, John. And, you know, I'm not a follower of sports, but congratulations to the Houston Astros for winning the World Series. I was going to say Super Bowl. I knew that was wrong. I know enough about that. It just was one of those, you know, sometimes you don't think of the words in time. But I was kind of rooting for the Phillies because they're our local hometown team here. Even though I didn't watch it, I still rooted for them. And J&J Acres is here. How are you tonight? And Phil from Peterson Farms of Nashville. Good to see you. Edward Barker. Margaret from New Jersey. Hello, Margaret. Yeah, I'm way behind on these comments, aren't I? Meads Outdoor, you're not late. Don't worry about it, because we're talking about nothing tonight. Oh, no, maybe you're talking about me, because I was like a minute late coming on, right? That's because I was trying to get this computer booted up. It's dead. That thing is not doing anything. That's bizarre. It's just been sitting here all day. Jason, thanks for being here. And another Jason. Who's your helpers? Good to see you. And Gary is here. Good to see you, Gary. I know it's tough for you to get here sometimes. Maybe with the shift in daylight savings, maybe that helps free things up. I'm not a fan. I think most people are not a fan of daylight savings. Depends on whether you're an early riser or not. I see some people who have to get out the door super early in the morning. They like this because they're not getting up in the dark and starting their day in the dark. On the other hand, for those of us who might work later, we're ending our day in the dark. And the days get so short. I remember times going by when I would get up and leave for work in the dark, and I'd come home in the dark, and that is depressing. But it's what you do. It's a job. Hey, Keith, how are you tonight? Chevhead Ed is here with us tonight. Good to see you. I forget sometimes that I can put these on the screen and say hi. And BJ is here. Good to see and hear you too. Nice, Chad. Chad has a video in the queue called A Video About Nothing. Aren't most of my videos a video about nothing? Not really. Not really. We have some fun videos sometimes and some good information. But tonight is definitely about nothing. You're right, David. Shooting from the hip tonight. Which is not new. It's just that I'm just announcing it tonight that I'm shooting from the hip. I kind of did this last week with I guess I was a little bit prepared for the Halloween special last week. Yeah, way behind on these comments. Keith is asking a question about anyone having issues getting diesel. I haven't seen any shortages or problems around here. Yeah, Jason, I just talked about this and then saw your question. What do you think about ending daylight savings time? Personally, I think they should just leave it alone. But I think it's back. Like, I think right now, like if you end daylight savings time, we wouldn't change it in the spring. So I think what we all want, like right now, we're in daylight savings time. That just started over the weekend. So we're in daylight savings time now. So what we really want is to not end daylight savings time. Just shift everything over. What is it? The shortest day of the year is December 21st. And that it'll be dark like 4:30, 4:15. But it's all right. It's all right. So, hey, where are our moderators out there? I see some comments that should be blocked tonight. Can you all do that for me, moderators? I'd appreciate that. I should be honored that we have spammers on the site. I know it's just a bot, but they found us. I don't think that's a legitimate dating site, though, so don't click on it. Yeah, there you go, David. Gosh, see that? It's almost like I predict the comments. I'm reading, talking about that, and now David's saying need to stay on daylight saving. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And Margaret's asking Chris, who's a moderator, to throw him out of here. Okay. And Chad says his audio is not lining up with the video. Is that true for everyone or just for Chad and some other people? Because, again, I can't tell. I can't tell. Oh, that Watershed says its sync is good there. All right. You know what I should do? I should read the comments before I talk, shouldn't I? Hi, Larry. Good to see you watching from Facebook. Good to see you there as we're streaming live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. David got his leaves off the trees and cleaned up. Good job. Our leaves are still falling here. You know, I've got a leaf blower. I don't do anything. I don't collect the leaves. I just blow them off the deck and away from the house. The driveway, we're like 150 feet off the road here, and I like to take the leaf blower and just kind of blow them off the stones on the driveway. Keeps it looking nice. But then they fall again. Then they fall again. Mikey, sorry, Mikey 0011. Thanks for being here. So, Ross is watching with his mom. I'm sorry that I took so long to get to that comment. I see you posted that 9 minutes. Well, hello. How do you pronounce that? Is that Totsi? It's not Tootsie, right? Tootsie is two O's. Totsi. Well, hello, Ross's mom. Let me tell you something. We are all really glad you're here, and we are really glad that Ross is here, and we have you to thank for it. You have one fine son. Let me tell you that. We could all tell you that. Everybody say hi to Totsi. And Totsi's saying, Ross, you have weird friends. That's fun, though. They are saying welcome. See? Okay. Hey, Brutal Bob. Good to see you. No worries. You're not late. Oh, John, are you waiting for the kids again? Choir practice again? Yeah, see that? You're sitting without your seatbelt. It feels weird, right? Don't have that security blanket. I remember... Well, I'm going to be this guy who can talk about the old days. I'm not even that old, but yet I can talk about the old days. When I first started driving in the 80s, nobody wore seatbelts. The seatbelt thing didn't really, in my mind, didn't really start to get popular until maybe the late 80s, early 90s. I guess that's when it became a law. I mean, some laws are good because I think if it wasn't a law, a lot of us probably wouldn't wear seatbelts. So I remember driving without seatbelts for a long time. I remember having vehicles that didn't even have seatbelts. My 1979 Jeep CJ7 didn't have seatbelts. I mean, it probably did when it was new, but they were removed. Never wore seatbelts. Crazy, right? I had a good friend who was, before seatbelts were even a thing, before they were so popular, he was set on seatbelts. And I remember him bringing over this VHS tape of a former police officer, talking about the importance of seatbelts. And it was like a TED Talk, but it was on VHS. And it was very moving. And he just talked about his experiences of showing up at accident scenes of people who were not wearing seatbelts. It was graphic enough, but it was all just a talk. Anyway, he actually got me into wearing a seatbelt before it was a thing. My point was, after you wear it for a while, you come to really appreciate it, and it feels funny without it. I've known people be like, I can't wear a seatbelt, it's uncomfortable. I think we're past that point, though. I think most of us wear seatbelts now, right? If you're still one of those outliers who don't wear a seatbelt, I think you should. It's a good idea. In fact, I was in quite an accident in 2017. I don't know if I ever showed you those pictures, but I will if you want at some point. I was T-boned in 2017. I was driving my 1993 Chevy half-ton pickup truck. Love that truck. But anyway, a guy ran right through a stop sign at an intersection, hit my passenger's side, spun my truck around. I don't know, it felt like forever. I didn't think it was ever going to stop. Of course, I had my seatbelt on, but even with my seatbelt on, I got thrown. It was a manual transmission. My rib broke off the shifter. Glass was broken everywhere. Airbags went off. It was a mess. It was a mess. I broke some teeth. Got all cut up on my face, and had the wind knocked out of me by the seatbelt and the airbag. But I stayed in place, and that was scary. I mean, it was quite frightening. I got hit so hard that I couldn't see for like at least 30 seconds afterwards. Everything was just black. And then I couldn't breathe for like 30 seconds or so because I had the wind knocked out of me. And the guy came running up and he said, "You need an ambulance?" And I was like, "I think so. I think I do." That's how I was talking. Like, I think that would be a good idea. In fact, I think that's exactly what I said to him. That would be a good idea. And then I started breathing better, and a nice older couple stopped. I mean, who wouldn't stop? But anyway, the couple that stopped were older, and they came up to me, and super sweet couple. They came and sat with me as I was sitting in my truck. They prayed with me, which was really tender. And then I got out of the truck. I found my phone on the floor, and again, I got blood running down me, and I'm going around taking pictures of the scene because I wanted to capture it. And they're like, "You ought to sit down." I'm like, well, I got to get pictures of this, so I'm going around with my phone. I guess I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess it's more like now it's like this, but I'm like, anyway, I was taking pictures of the scene, and I got it all. And I got a ride in an ambulance, and didn't stay in the hospital or anything. But anyway, it was rough. I'm not happy to share that story because you just don't think that you'd ever be involved in an accident like that, and it was bad. I mean, the truck was just almost bent in half, and the tires were blown off the rims, and quite something. It was quite something to experience. Okay. Again, talking to each other. Okay. Chevhead Ed, thanks so much for that reminder about viewer photos. I do have some, and I really apologize that I got a little bit out of sync with viewer photos. And if you're asking me this question, Ed, because you sent me photos and I didn't show them, I'm sorry, because I don't know if I have them. I thought I've shown everything that's been up to this point. So if I didn't, let me know. But I do have some viewer photos, and I think that would be a great thing to do right now, don't you think? Be great to show some viewer photos, because why not, right? Let me find them. I'll be right with you. Okay, well, here we are. I've got some viewer photos here to share with you. The first one I have tonight is, I'm going to be in the background of this stream, but our friend Arnie Carlson, I didn't see him tonight, but he sent a picture a couple weeks ago of his granddaughter on the old Kubota. That's fun. I don't know if I showed this or not either. Did I show this? Let me know. Let me know. And then our friend Chris with his wife Ann. Again, these have been in the queue here, so I don't know if I showed them, but if not, I'll show them again. Chris and Ann at the Glenfinnian Viaduct over there in Scotland. A Glenfinnian viaduct is that's a rail system back there, a rail bridge or whatever. Beautiful picture. And here is, again, Chris and Ann, and that is sitting among the heather. And the heather is one of the national plants of Scotland. So that's neat. And of course, we all know Chris has this beautiful LX 2610 with a nice load there on the pallet forks. And Chris, I apologize I didn't get your joke about the SSQA when you said you'll definitely have it on your next tractor. I thought you had it on this tractor, but I didn't get the joke. Sorry for that. Lee also sent a picture of his B2601. There's Lee's B2601. It's like a wild animal in the woods there, isn't it? Beautiful. That looks like looks like the same grapple I have. Is that the Land Pride SGC 0660? Good one. Then I have a couple other pictures here that I'd like to share with you. And these are from Mike. And this is really a neat picture. Take a look at this picture. This is a Boland's lawn tractor. And Mike has a story about this Boland's lawn tractor. It was actually his grandfather's tractor, and it was bought new in 1970. And Mike just got it going, and he's gonna do some restoration of that, and hope maybe share that with us as well. But check this out. The next picture is Mike at 10 years old on that Boland's tractor. Isn't that neat? Let's do a little side by side. There they are. So that's a neat thing. Since 1970, still has it. Fun times. Thanks for sharing that, Mike. I had a Boland's lawn tractor back in the 80s also. Loved that thing. It was really unbelievable to think how that was built. It was built probably heavier than a Kubota BX or what a small John Deere would be today. It was two-wheel drive, but it had this twin cylinder. Was it an Onan engine, twin cylinder. It was hydrostatic, big heavy cast iron transmission. Just a super machine. Manual steering, but it was really neat. I did like that thing very much. 16 horsepower. That's crazy, right? Gas engine, 16 horsepower. That's not that big, really, when you think about it. I mean, today, what do we have? A smaller mower that's 25 horsepower. So, go figure. Again, a lot of comments here. Jeff from Tennessee. Good to see you, Jeff. We have a lot of Tennesseans here. I've got family in Tennessee. I've got family working their way toward moving to Tennessee. It's a nice area. So. Whoa, did you hear that?
Okay, I found this on the web for check it out.
Did I say something that sounded like Siri? Yeah. All right, so Chris is explaining to me that I got it backwards. Daylight savings time just ended. Now we're daylight standard time. So, all right, you're right. So now we're in standard time. So we don't want daylight savings to end. Isn't that how I said it, though? That we want to keep daylight savings time? I don't know. I just don't want to get dark early. That's all I know. So. Twin Brooks. There'll be no more high noon. It'll be high 1. That's funny. Oh, that is funny. Thank you, Chris, for moderating the site. Linda has an actual question here instead of this nonsense. She has a real live question asking how everyone is doing with the hay supply. Is hay supply low? Because we had a really, really dry summer, and I would imagine that could have been one less cutting for people who cut hay. So, is there a hay shortage? Have you seen that where you are? Also, not only was it a dry summer, but the price of fertilizer went sky high, and a lot of people chose not to fertilize this year, which would result in a lesser crop of hay. But it's a balance, you know. If you're going to spend, you know, an extra $20,000 in fertilizer, are you going to make up for the $20,000 in hay sales? Hard to say. So it's a great question, Linda. I hope that people answer the question in the comments. Okay. Hope Construction is here. I hope all is well with you in your construction. And okay. People saying hi to Totsi. Did you tell me how to pronounce that? Is it correct? Jeff, the drinking bird has been with us since probably the early second, third live stream or so. That drinking bird has been in the background here, and thanks for noticing. A lot of people notice it. A lot of people notice when if it's not moving, or if I perhaps turn it the other way. But that I found that online. You know, it was a blast from the past. I remember those as a kid. I was just amazed that they still had them, still make them. So that little dunking bird is fun for sure. Thank you, Oliver Orange. If the Powerball shines on you tonight, you'll send over a new tractor every week. We were talking about that. Did you buy Powerball tickets? Because we did. I don't buy lottery tickets all the time, and I think it's kind of silly that we get all excited when, I mean, it's, what is it, $2 billion now? That is something to get excited about, but we get so excited when the lottery gets to these high numbers. But if you play the lottery any time at all, the Powerball, you know, what is like 6 million not enough? I mean, that's amazing to me. Like, and the chances are the same, so just play it. I should just play it anytime, but instead I get caught up in this too. Like, oh, $2 billion, we got to get a ticket, which we did, indeed. But we were talking about the other day, and I was saying, I think the take home is like $900 million if you take the cash payout. $900 million, and you know, there are some properties that we like to look online at properties. There's a in fact, Tennessee, where I was looking online, there's like a 1,700 acre farm for sale, and it's like, I think it's $8 million for this property. If you had $900 million, you could buy that. You could buy that and still have, what's the math? 800 and some million dollars left. 800 and, what is it? $92 million left. $892 million. It's a number that you just, incomprehensible is what it is. So I hope that whoever wins uses it wisely and does good with it and enjoys their life and calls me. That's what I hope. Oh, there's Arnie. Hey, Arnie, I showed you a picture earlier. I hope you were watching in 2-point seatbelts. That's true. Just the not the waistband. What's it called? The lap belt. That's it. On the front seat, and then after that, cars, you know, even when they had the shoulder belt, the back seat still had the 2-point lap belt, and then as things got better, they've got shoulder belts in the back now, too. So yeah, lots of things we did. Standing on the hump, driving, riding in the back of the pickup truck. I think, my mom took us all to Disney World after my father died. She loaded up the station wagon and took us all to Disney, and we were all riding to Florida in the back of the station wagon with a backward-facing seat. And I remember being in the back seat, and the headlights were coming in, and it was just the most uncomfortable thing. There probably weren't, I don't know if there were seatbelts back there. Don't know. Hey, let's give a shout out, as I see here, to Wayne on his 80th birthday. Happy birthday, Wayne. Happy 80th. Thanks for watching the live stream tonight. I do hope you appreciate it, and I hope you watch some of the other content, which I believe is more entertaining than this. But certainly, I appreciate you watching the channel and joining us here tonight. And thanks for spending your 80th birthday with us. I hope to be 80 one day myself, as a matter of fact. So that would be a gift. And the neat thing is, I hope your health is good, Wayne, because 80 is not that old these days. I remember my grandmother. Well, my grandfather, he was 72 when he died back in 1972. My grandmother died in 1977 at the age of 77. And, of course, that seems so old, but it's not. So, anyway, it's not about the age or the number. It's about the health. And I hope you're doing well. Okay. I'm trying not to skip over too many comments, but I know I'm behind. I know that I am. Who's texting me? Oh, nobody from here. Yes, we did celebrate James reaching 1,000 subscribers. I think last week we talked about that a little bit, Gary. We all supported James in trying to get him over that line. I know that Ross was a big push on his channel to help James get there, and very fun to see. The channel here it's just about at 23,000 subscribers, which is really fun for me to even think that that's a thing. But so I'm not really celebrating those milestones. My next milestone has been when I reach 25,000 subscribers. I don't know how we're going to celebrate that, and it's taken time. It's going to take some time to get there. That's still 2,000 more, and it could take months and months to get there. I don't know, but 25,000 is the next milestone for me, and as it grows, the milestones get further apart. Like 25,000, maybe the next milestone after that would be 30,000. So that now you got to go 5,000, and then the next milestone after that might be 40,000, which is 10,000 more. So the milestones get further and further apart. The big ones, 25, 50, 100. Will the channel ever reach 100,000 subscribers? I don't know. I'm at a point where I don't really care too much about that. I mean, not that I don't care. I really appreciate it. Believe me, anybody who does YouTube, they look at the analytics and they watch those numbers very closely. It's just kind of exciting. So I do watch that, and when I click the button and the refresh button and the subscriber count pops up a little bit, that's always exciting. Sometimes I see it drop, and that's depressing. But the point is, I'm just happy that you're watching the videos. That's what really counts, is that the videos get watched, because that's really our reward for producing those videos, is that we know that people are watching them, enjoying them, and maybe sharing them with friends or whatnot. So watching the videos is really important to all of us, and for those of us who are content creators, we do appreciate it. I believe here's a question. Cockadrillo? What do you use for snow removal? Well, if you're asking me, we have not had significant snow for quite a while. Last year I had one good snowstorm, and I just used the front end loader and the box blade to push it out of the way. We might have had 6-8 inches or so. That was our storm of the year. And not to say we can't get it. It's always a surprise. We could get a blizzard. We could get a severe winter storm. Historically, the last several years, last decade, it's been pretty mild with one thrown in there once in a while. Not like you guys up in Canada, where you're getting hammered all the time, and the northern United States, Minnesota and whatnot. I'm happy that we don't get a whole heck of a lot of snow. But watch these other channels, like John Ritter, like Ross on the Land, like GP Outdoors, those guys have snow blowers on the front of their machines. And I don't want snow, but if we did have snow a lot, I would like a snow blower. It just looks like a fun accessory attachment to operate. But we don't have a need here, and I'm happy to not have a need, for sure. So I can't believe that our time is almost up here. We're going to wrap it up by 8 o'clock. Let's do the sticker giveaway here in just a moment, and then we'll be on our way, and then I can go eat dinner and enjoy my night. So don't like these long days, but that's all right. That's what life is, right? You work hard and you do what you have to. I'm looking at comments. David, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Very nice. R1 tires, Dusty. Are you the only one with R1 tires? You probably are one of the few people with R1 tires. If you don't know what that is, you've got R1s, which are the traditional tractor tread that you're used to seeing on tractors, and the R4s are the kind of industrial looking tires. I like those, and most of them seem to have that. And then the R14s, which is the latest, greatest, supposed to be kind of a combination of the two. It almost looks like an ATV tire. I like those a lot. I'm quite certain that if I were to buy another tractor, a new one, I would order it with the R14s. But yeah, the R1s, you don't see that a lot, but they have a specific purpose, high traction tire. And if that's what you need, then that's what you should have. There's a Tractor Talk with Gary. If I'm not mistaken, Gary, you have a B or a L2501 with the R1 tires, and a manual transmission, which is rare these days too, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Let's see. We're talking about Joseph being invited to the show. Well, I'm not sure who you're talking about. All right. Yep. Okay. Oh, Bob's answering Linda's question. The hay is fine, but barely have enough. So that's what we were kind of talking about. RCAF Polar Express has an outstanding hay supply up there in Canada. Well, that's good to hear. Wonder what the difference is. Did you have better moisture this year up there than the rest, maybe? And then Chad over in PA is saying that the first hay crop was great, but then the second and third were not good because I guess it dried out somewhat. And I don't know where you are. I forget where you are, Chad, but I know you're in PA, so probably 4 or 5 hours west of where we are here. Yeah, it seems like lots of hay there in northern Michigan. So maybe those were damper areas this year. So you might see some hay being trucked south and other places. So we're talking about the B2601 with R1 tires. Why don't you send me a picture of that, and we could share it with folks. Send it to contactmcgtv@gmail.com. You'll see that email come up here in just a moment. Let me get through these comments so we can do a sticker giveaway. So thank you, David, for reminding people to hit that like button. We do appreciate that very much. And thank you. I am pronouncing Totsi correctly. Hello again, Totsi, if you're still watching. Edward Joyce, thank you so much for your super sticker. I do appreciate that. It is pre-election day, so we are not going to talk politics here, but do go vote if you haven't yet already on election day, because it's your civic duty, your civil right, and that's all I got to say about that. Congratulations, J&J has the winning Powerball ticket. Good for you. You know where to find me. No, I'm not going to be selfish. Okay. Well, that's a very kind thing there, Cocodrillo. Would build a hospital with $850 million, keep $50 million for yourself. Isn't that amazing that you could do that? To think you could actually do that and keep $50 million for yourself, which would still be plenty for the rest of your life and your family. It's amazing. It's kind of crazy. I don't think I ever won more than I don't even know if I ever won $10. I might have won $10 once. That might have been it. All right. Hey, Kendall, up in Boston. No tractor, but learning to love about him. Loving to learn about him. Crashing the drone in the background. Yeah, that is a Kendall. That is a DJI Phantom. I don't know which one it is. It's a Phantom. I didn't crash that one. Actually, my brother found that on his roof up in New York. He found it crashed on his roof and tried to find the owner. We checked. There was no SD card inside. We thought maybe we could see where it came from. So whoever was flying it had no card in it. Nothing could be found on the serial number. So it's basically a prop, not the broken prop like propeller, but no, it's just a prop there. I have the DJI Mavic Air 2S. That's the one I fly, and I do like it a lot. But thanks for being here. We've got family in Boston, and I like going up there, so maybe I'll see you around. And Tractorman 44, good to see you, Wendell. Thanks for being here. I hope things are going well for you. Arnie says, celebrate 25,000. Oh, celebrate with 25,000 stickers. Wouldn't that be something to do a 25,000 sticker giveaway? Can you tell there's a kink in my back? Or am I hiding that well? I can't move. All right. Good point, John. A milestone is whatever you want it to be. Unless you're driving, then it's a mile. Sassafras is here. That's a nice idea, Margaret, about sending pictures in. I always say send in your tractors, your equipment, your property, your pets, whatever people would like to see. That's neat. To if you decorate for the holidays, that would be neat to get pictures that I could share of your holiday decorations. So thank you, Margaret, and I'm going to make that a challenge because we'll end up having a holiday show right around the holidays. Christmas if you celebrate it, but that's when we'll have that. Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. When will we have our holiday special? I recognize that there are several different holidays that people celebrate, but we'll focus on Christmas because that's the one that's with all the sparkly lights and everything. So we've got the 21st is going to be the Monday before Christmas. We've got the 28th, which will be the Monday after Christmas. So one of those Mondays we'll have a holiday special. So send your pictures of your holiday decorations to me at contactmcgtv@gmail.com. That'd be fun if you did that. Great idea. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing that. All right. I apologize, but I've got to skip through these comments so that I can finish up here. Gary has a serious question too. I was doing the 100 service on the L series tractor. We have a lot of L series owners here. Checking the front differential, found that it was low, have no leaks, added 2 quarts. 2 quarts, it still isn't full. That's a lot. I could see it being maybe a quarter or half a quart low. Sometimes when they fill them at the dealership, there's like an air pocket or something in there. That's an awful lot. I don't know what to tell you about that. But maybe in the comments, some other folks can chime in with that. I'll say it again. That's a lot. That's an awful lot. I didn't even know they would hold that much. So I hope you find the answer to that. And that reminds me, I should check my fluid levels of my front differential. Yep, let me get rid of that banner. There we go. And let me look through some comments. So as we wrap up here, we'll do the sticker giveaway here in just a moment. Wendell, that's so nice. He won the lottery when the missus said, I do. I feel the same way. So, Margaret. All right. And there's a comment. The front differential holds 5 quarts. So maybe 2 wasn't too low, but still, that still seems like a lot to be missing. I'm glad you checked it and took care of it. Yes. Sorry, let's do this thing. But I'm not, I didn't prepare. And again, I got no music playing here, so I'm just going to count on the fact that I think it sounds all right. All right, let me set this up. It's so bizarre that I can't hear the music playing in the background. I think that's what's throwing me off. Okay. So here's the way it works. Some of you are new here tonight, and I want to again welcome you for being here. And what you're going to do to win these stickers, and I'm sorry, but we are going to limit this to people who have not yet won. For those of you who have already won, please don't participate in tonight's giveaway. We want to give those new viewers a chance to win. So if you've not yet won these stickers, you're going to enter a word in the live chat as I present it here in just a moment, and then we will randomly draw the winner of the sticker giveaway for tonight. So here's what we have to do. You have to type in this word in the live chat. Tonight's word, it's not even a word. Type in hashtag MCGTV. Because I use that hashtag on all my videos. I do hashtag MCGTV, hashtag MCGTube. It makes the videos more searchable. So, but that's tonight's hashtag to type in to see if you're the winner. Hashtag MCGTV, all together with no spaces. Could be uppercase, could be lowercase. Enter once, enter twice. It doesn't matter. It's going to kick out double entries. So you really only need to enter once. So let's let that sit for just a moment while the music plays in the background. And you can see here what Allison did. Welcome, Allison. MCG TV. Brutal Bob already won, so he's being funny there. Sassafras, MCG TV in lowercase. That'll work too. Yep, I will. Listen, Ross, okay, I'm going to make an exception to say if you've already won, you can't enter. And I know Ross already won the stickers, but for Mom, for Totsi, Ross, you can enter tonight. And if you win, it's for your mom, okay? So you're entering on behalf of your mom. So Ross, you're allowed to enter. So please do if you're watching with your mom. MCG TV, just like that. Okay, that's good. All right, we are up to a number of entries. Boy, this laptop still has not come on. I'm gonna have to call the IT department in the morning and say, what is the deal? I even held the power button down. That's what you do on the iMac. You just hold that power button down until it force reboots itself. This is not doing that. That's bizarre. Well, I'll play with it. Oh wait, here it comes. It's coming. Oh boy. All right, bear with me a sec. I'll give you time to enter. How about that? All right, we're at 23 entries. I think we're going to draw it off at that. so many people have already won that the chances of winning get better each time, unless we have new viewers. But we do have a lot of people watching tonight for some strange reason. Thank you. And I do hope you enjoyed that last video that I put out. If not, please check out the channel afterwards and watch some of that content, because I do appreciate it. All right, let's hit the draw button here. See who wins tonight. Do my drum roll. The winner of tonight's sticker giveaway is, whoa, it's a Ritter Bit Will Do. Are you doing that, John, for Totsie? How about that? I didn't see that coming. We all know that John finally won a few live streams ago, finally after all that time, and here he is, a winner again. I saw that you meant that you said it was for Totsie, so John, thank you for playing for Ross's mom, and congratulations to you. That's what I'm assuming is going on here. I'm putting all this together. Yeah, there we go, for Totsie. So that's great. And the phone's going off now with complaints coming in off the board saying you can't do that. No, I'm just making that up. That's not true. Congratulations, John and Totsie and Ross and everyone. And there we go. All right, good deal. Well, look, I hope you have a great week this week. It's Monday. The weather's been nice. I know it's going to change here soon, but do enjoy your week. Thanks for spending your Monday evening with me. It really does mean a lot to me. I do really appreciate that you come along. I appreciate, again, that you watch the videos, that you share them with people, that you invite people to watch the channel. And please do keep in touch, with ideas for the live stream that you'd like to see. I just like hanging out with you on a Monday night. It's such a great week, a great way to start the week. It means a lot to me, and I just can't express it enough. But I'm trying to express it as best I can, for sure. Is the music still playing? Probably, because I didn't turn it off, did I? Yep. Well, there we go. We'll let that just die down on its own. So yeah, I talked through that enough. But anyway, I do thank you so much. I do hope you have a good week, and that whatever you're doing, whether you're working or retired, or anything at all, that you do, just have good health, good happiness. That's what it's really all about. It's just about, well, I'll get sappy here for a minute, but in my mind, it's all about joy. I think you can, even if you don't have health and you have joy, that might be possible, but I think joy is the most important thing. So I do wish you joy in your life, deep-rooted joy, because that is that is what it's about, as I ramble here and look for the closing screen. So thanks again for watching tonight. I appreciate it. Election day is tomorrow. Go out and do your duty, and I look forward to seeing you next time.